back to another tutorial video from StitchedOn. My name is Jesus Vasquez, and today we're going to be building a page using a responsive engine. The purpose of this tutorial video is not to teach you how to build a specific page, but more how to use the responsive engine, what are the elements that are available, and basically you will be watching as I build and rebuild this page from my site StitchedOn into and the new responsive engine. This is built with the old responsive engine. Um, this is just my website. So that's what we're going to be building today. So the first thing that I want you to do is, and I will delete this page to list the, let's see where it is. Because I want you to go from the very beginning so you can see how to convert the page into a responsive engine. First thing you want to do is you want to click up here at the top on the drop down, and you want to click right here add a new page button, and then you're going to name your page to listing, and you're going to hit create. That's how you create a page in Bowl. Second thing that I want you to do is I want you to go up here where there's a blue icon and it says responsive. I want you to click there, and I want you to click on upgrade responsive beta. Click there and just wait. It will take a few seconds and it will load back up again into the new responsive engine. Now, this is the new responsive engine. The way that you know that it is on the new responsive engine is because up here there is no blue icon anymore. So if you click on responsive, there is no icon on that says upgrade. That's how you know that it's on the new responsive engine. Another way is if you double click, you're going to see here that says that the mirror menu option says layout, while on any other page the conditional will be the middle one, and then you have transitions, which is not a menu option on the new responsive engine. To list, right? So now that we have created our new responsive engine page, we want to change the name. So the page title, this one is going to be, actually let's do something first. So the type of content is going to be tool, because that's how it's called on my database. So you want to click on tool there, and then on the page title it will be current page tool, tool name dash stitch on. That's how we will name it, and this will be the name that you will see right here on the editor, on the browser, on the tab in the browser, right? Now the second thing that we want to do is we want to make this 1080 width. That's the width that I typically design in, and the length about 2000 pixels. We can shorten it and make it longer later on. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to drop a responsive header that I had created before, and I want to make sure that the minimum width is about 280, the maximum width is about 2000 pixels. I doubt there is a monitor out there that big, but who knows. And that's it. That's the header. I created the header before in the new responsive engine. This is how it's going to look. I might do some changes. Maybe the icons don't look right. I don't know. I'm still debating, but this is how it's going to look for now. I want to open another tab. Just make sure that you're following along. I'm looking at my second monitor right now, so I want you to see what I'm looking at. So the first thing that we're going to build is going to be this element right here. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to create a group. Oh, let's go back, and this is going to be a column. So the page itself is going to be a column. And then this group, let's see how big is this. Definitely. Maybe. All right, so This group will have a margin of 55 at the top, so it's right here lined up with the header. It doesn't go over. And this is going to be another column, and it's going to be fixed width. It's not going to be fixed width, I'm sorry. It's going to be minimum width of 80, and the maximum width will be empty. And actually, we're going to make this a little bit taller. I would say about 420. Should be good enough, actually. Should be good now. Now, what we want to do is, so this is the cover image group. So what we want to do is, we want to call this a tool, and current page tool. And we're going to remove this, and we're going to change the background style to image. And this one is going to be a dynamic image where we're going to display the current page to cover image. And we're going to make sure that it's processed with images to enhance it. Make sure it look a little bit nicer. And we can talk about what it does in a future video. So that's going to be the first element. It's going to be this right here. Now for the second one, we're going to drop another group right here. And we're going to make sure that the bottom right is and bottom left are 20 for the roundness. And just for you to see, this is what it does right here. So if I were to go back to 0 and bottom left back to 0, see, it disappeared. If I put it back on 20, it comes back on the roundness. So that's what it does. One more thing we will do on this one is the shadow. And this one will be tool information. We're going to go back to the layout. This is going to be a row. It's going to be full width, and will be about 280 minimum width. Now the next piece of information, not actually the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add here a row, and this will contain the name and the description. So as you can see, most of my elements, I personally build them using rows and columns. Row for anything that is side by side, columns for anything that goes one under the other. So it's not that hard to visualize, at least in my opinion. It's just a matter of, um, trying to visualize how everything is going to look, or how everything should look, based on your design and your requirements. Unfortunately, not everything will be as easy as this, um, but you should be able to see uh, how everything should look like, and make sure that you're doing what you need, using the elements that you need in order to make a nice looking design. So now we have the first element. We're going to make this a little bit taller, and we're going to add the description here. So current page tool, description, and here you can type just to find what you're looking for a little bit faster. I made this a row, it should have been a column. As you can see, if it's a column, there is one on top, one at the bottom. If you make it a row, they are next to each other. But we need a column right here. So that will allow me to, let's see, 270, 350. Let's make it the same so they can. Okay, 380 right here. So now we got this, we got this, we got this, and this. We're missing the logo, and there is something that we're going to do actually. So, okay, this will stay a column. Okay, that's a row. That's good. Because now what we're going to do is this will be a row. Okay, cool. So 350, 1050. Okay, so this one would be empty. Ideally, this is where the logo will be, but this one will be the one that will be holding the save function and the share function buttons. So right here, we're going to drop another two groups, and both of them are going to be rows. Share function group, and we're going to copy and paste it. Change the would be a little bit taller, of 40 pixels ish, and both of them are going to be center. So that will allow us to now create a save and a share. So the first one, I'm going to drop an icon here. This one is heart. And this one will say save. This one is definitely going to be smaller. 60. Let's make it bold and a little bit bigger. That should be about right. So we're going to delete it, make life easier. And share and share. And that will allow us to have both elements side by side, similar to here. So conditional statement when current page tool, actually, user save tools contains current page tool. This is how you use conditional statements. So basically what I just did here is if the user have this tool already saved, there will be a heart that will be filled. If not, it will be open for the user to click. So this is allowing us to have a nice looking starting point. I want to show you how you can use the face one. So that's going to be a face element. Okay. This is going to be a face element, and inside this face element, there's another group. Now the difference between this one, which is a row inside another row, is that look, I move it, it returns, right? Now here, let's change the color so you can see a little bit better. Now this one is a face element inside another face element. Look, I can move it wherever I want. So theoretically, I can put it here or here. As long as it's within that same square, we're good. It's going to be a little bit more challenging making the logo here in between both. But what we're going to do is this will be a row, and all the elements are centered. This will be centered, and it would be column, row, doesn't matter. We're going to change this to image. It's not going to be exactly how it was before, but for now this will work. Let's make sure that the element is let's see, what did I do wrong? For some reason it's not showing me. Let's see, that's a row. Oh, not parent. It's not exactly giving me this uploading static image. Let's see how this is looking like. So it's going to center the image. This is really interesting. It should have given me the option to make sure that it was one-to-one, so the element would look nice, or the image would fit in there and look nice. For some reason it's not giving me that option. That's an interesting one. Anyways, we're going to clear this, and we're going to add again bridge to the logo. So we're going to make this a little bit smaller, because at the end of the day it will not hurt to make this a little bit bigger. To 7 and about 110, 120, so we can make this a little bit bigger. 100 by 100. That's nice enough. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to back to the index page and we're going to find, yep. So it's not going to go, it's going to go to the to listing. Okay. So we're going to take a look at what we already built so far. Hopefully give you a good idea of how it goes. So this is the main page, this is the home page basically, and we make this element, this picture, uh, that's basically a link to the new design element. We click there. Yep, there is the new header. There is, okay. So what we want to do is we want to add some margins. So about 10 pixels at the top. Beginner page. Um, see one that have a description. Let's add another thing on the right side. Share. And 10 on the left. Just to make it look a little bit nicer. Somehow, some way, I need to make sure that this is center. Oh, okay, I got an idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to have both of these turn into a row, a container. And everything will be center. Now what we want to do is uh, yep, that should center everything. Let's see if the theory worked. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. That should be good now. Yep. Now the logo is center. This is, each element is to their own side. And maybe I can make this a little bit bigger. Um, should be a little bit nicer now. Yep. Okay. One last thing that we're going to do is the current page. this HTML tag for this element. So since that's title, that would be an H1. So that's a little something that you can do to improve SEO. Make sure that you're adding the appropriate tags to each element. Let's take a look at a different tool. It's okay. This is like version 1 demo kind of thing. One thing that I like to do is I want to make sure that it's a full circle. So here, roundness, if you set it to 100, that's a full circle. And yep, that's it. Maybe we can make this a little bit larger. Just 125. Hopefully you get the idea how to use each element, and it will give you a good starting point on how to use Bobo, a near responsive engine, to your advantage. Is relatively easy to use, and it allows you to build almost anything that you can think of. So this is my starting point. This is what was built before. So we have built from here and up. So basically what is highlighted right now, that's what we have built. In a later iteration, or maybe I will do it on my own, I will finish building the page. I will definitely post it on a link on the description below, so you can go and take a look. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comments, and have a great day.